Hi guys, it's Jean. I'm back. I had to laugh when I saw some of the comments this morning about my jewelry haul. That video was really awful, but it gave you a glimpse into my personality. So today I emptied everything into some aluminum pans, and I wanted to give you a look at a couple things that I found that I really, really enjoyed. Now, there were a lot of these bags of paparazzi pieces, which I'm pretty sure they sell their things for like, I'm thinking $5 each. I don't think there's an alternate price on some items. It doesn't really say on the back, but there are quite a few of pieces that are still usable. So I'm going to take those out, and I have a couple that I may give to some of my friends. Some of the things that I was oohing and awing over yesterday were like these bangle bracelets. This one looks like it's made out of shell, and I just was impressed about how shiny, and hardly anything at all in the package was tarnished, which I was happy about. Now, I can't wear these because my wrists are big, but I'm thinking, like, for example, this one is a stretchy one, which I could wear, but look at all the beads that I can harvest from that. So there were some pretty ones that were more stretchy, like this one and the red one, that you can just wear. Or this is like, these are, I think these are little beads, so you could harvest this, but I kind of like this one. I am tempted to maybe wear it. We'll see. But the red one I'll probably deconstruct. And then some of the fun things that I was finding, for example, here are some really pretty earrings. And what I did is I went through the earrings and some of the things that had prices on them and just added up a couple things. And I paid, I think, maybe $40 for this. So to be able to get this much jewelry to play with and to harvest, that is definitely a steal. And the one thing I really liked about this seller is they will work with you. For example, the listing mentioned that they had a lot of watches, and I told them that I didn't really want watches because I don't use them. But just as an example, this is a nice relic watch by Fossil. So I'm going to see if I can get this to work. I looked online, and depending what version it is, it's probably only worth like maybe $15. But still, that's a really nice watch for $15. And I think it only needs a battery. It even has the plastic on the back. So I'll have to have that checked out and see what that does. And you can see, or I hope you can see, I was even annoyed by my video yesterday when I watched it because nobody could see anything. But there's a lot of interesting jewelry that $7, $3, $12. This one was $7.50. Those are interesting. So when you add up just a few of the pieces, here's a Moulin Rouge, which was only $5. Those are clips. Those are kind of Southwest looking. Those are cool. And let's see. These are Da Vinci. They were only $3, but these are the kind that I like to use for like flower centers. So like right here, I was working on a dahlia, which I haven't perfected yet, but I wanted it for my journal, and I was thinking, you know, something like this would look pretty in flowers. So that's why it's nice to have some of these post earrings, because not only do they work for flower centers, they also work for brads. I use them a lot for brads. What I do is I just poke this part through and then bend it down, or you can always snip this part off and just apply it wherever. But I'm going to be putting all of these in my jar that I have, so that I have them ready for when I want to use them. So there's a couple watches, and actually they're in really good condition. I can't tell what brand this one is. But watches are interesting because you can take them apart and use the watch face in something if you want to do that. And I got lots of things like, I think this is a bracelet of some sort, but you can see the different faceted beads. Some are gold. These rings are really nice. So it gives you a ton of stuff that you can. Whoops, that one broke. That's because my arms are so big. That you can fasten. And then I loved this one because of the turquoise beads. Now, these are not real turquoise, I'm sure, but they are stone or glass. And then I love this, this chain here is really nice. So one of the things that I was missing in my craft stash for making my dangles and things were chains. So now I have tons of those. And look, just like something like this that I'm thinking someone may have made it. But all these beads on here, they can be removed and stored, and then and they're faceted. They're really nice beads, and you could use them for your dangles. So these were the ones that I was trying to tell Kim. I don't know if I found the mate to it, but I was like, there you go, Kim. That's definitely your vibe. 60s vibe. I love these, by the way, and would probably wear them. Now, not everything had a mate. Look at that. That's interesting. I like things that I can possibly make wreaths out of. So some of this stuff I'm seeing for the first time again. I kept seeing this in the video and I was like, why didn't I pick that up? But it's just, I don't know how they apply these beads or plastic things. But then it's a clip earring, but it needs a center in it. So you could put any kind of bead for the center. But it's a cute little thing that would look nice on a journal. So I'm going to save it for my Hispanic journal. And I love anything that is rhinestone. So I found a couple rhinestone pieces. And I tried to find the matches for them. Here's a little rhinestone butterfly earring. But once you take the French hook off of it, it's just a really cute charm. So I have a box over here. Instead of putting that back, I'm going to set this here, and hopefully it won't disturb you guys too much. And I'm going to put, well, I'll just put over there. And like, this is like a little dream catcher. And these are the kinds of things that are really cute to put on dangles and add to your journal. This could be for a boho journal, I'm sure. And then you get different things like these wooden beads are really nice. So this can be made into something pretty. It has this little etching on it. And of course, I found tons of hearts and tons of really nice beads that you can harvest. Look at this one, the greens and the gold and the blue. That's just a really pretty piece to harvest. I'm going to keep Kim's earring out here and see if I can find. Now here's a cute little piece that would look nice on a dangle. I don't know if it was it looks like it was probably part of an earring, but just little pieces like that are exciting. And I found a lot of keys. I'm not sure, that must be a bead cap, but it doesn't have a hole in it. I found a lot of keys and and then like over here, I hope you guys can see, but over here there's just tons and tons of earrings. Some of them look like they're older, some of them look like they're newer, and then there are some stones that'll be fun to use. So, oh, that's a little ladybug. It looks like someone may have made it. That's so cute. But the ones that I really liked, I put them over here. So I found this rhinestone one, and I found this beautiful one, and then this is another rhinestone one. And my creativity is just going wild with those. So I thought those were very interesting. And then I'll show you all the, whoops, let me just lay those in here. Then there were all these keys. So someone must have had like key charms or something that they got, but they were all different keys. Some of them, like this one's a really nice one that came from Lisa Sophia. But it can be used for a chain. And did I find any more? Here's one I found, and here's one I found. So there are a bunch of keys in here, and I may come across some more. So I was excited about that. If you were to buy these charms individually, believe me, they will cost you a good $10 or so. So I was excited about my charms. And then I'm not sure what else I was doing and awing over. I got a couple of these pins. They're brooches, and they're really pretty. And I thought my mother, I love this heart one, but I thought maybe my mom would like them because she likes to wear them sometimes on her jacket or her sweater. So I found those three, and I was really surprised because this one's like a little clay one. It does have a little bit of a damage there, but you can't even really tell that's damaged. Also, let me see. There was something else that So there's tons, like tons of these that you can use for embellishments on your journal pages. Anything that has a post on it, you can snip that off. These bangles were nice. Now, I can't wear bangles because my hands are too big, but what I do with these, I don't think this one will work, but what you can do with these, here's just another little heart charm, is wrap them with fabric and wire and make them, and even little seed beads, and make them into like boho bracelets. Now, if it's one of these that's cheaper, that you can find where it's joined together, which I think is right here, and you can snip it, you can make it wider, just make up the space with some wire and some cloth, and then you can have it so that it fits your wrist. So I got a few of these. This one is a really nice one, but it's pearl, so I don't really want to mess up that one. And then just other little beads and flatbacks that are in here. Rings. I had a bunch of rings on yesterday. Here's a little bow ring. And look at this seashell. This seashell earring is really cool because you can put that on a beachy kind of tag. I found this one too, and I liked it, but this little shell got broken, so it needs to be replaced. But I thought, what a creative idea to put the shells in there. And there were some of these rings that are kind of stretchy that fit pretty much any finger. A lot of, this must be magnetic because everything's sticking to it. So this is a bracelet, and I guess these are magnets, so they can be, this can definitely be torn apart. And let me see, there's some blown glass pieces I found. Here's some bling. This one was the one that I was saying, let's go to the disco. And so I had a lot of fun finding interesting pieces. Like this is just a really beautiful earring, and I can use them for my brads. A lot of stretchy bracelets. Here is this amazing chunky like statement necklace, and it is heavy. I'm trying to see if I can read the name on it. I can't. Something Creek. But look how I mean, I would never spend money on these beads, but look at these. They're really nice. And if you knew how to paint well, you could paint something on them. I'm wondering if rub-ons would work. They kind of remind me of fish, but this is like heavy. So, and here's another rhinestone piece and another bangle. And then there were a couple things. Actually, this has a bead stuck inside of it. But there were a couple odd shaped things like, well, this is just a bead, but that one thing that I saw and I kept thinking, what in the world? It's here, but it's just like a hollow thing. And I'm thinking, that is so neat. I know I can use this for something. And then the one thing that I got that I was like tickled pink over that I couldn't figure out what in the world it was this. And I thought when I looked at it at first, they look like cactuses. So I'm still thinking that they may be cactuses, but I can't figure out exactly what the piece is because I don't see a closure anywhere. I couldn't find a closure anywhere or opener. So I wasn't sure what that was. Maybe it's something that someone just put together with all these beads, but it was complete except for one. I think one right here, it was missing, but there's tons of these to harvest. I just don't know what the purpose of it, because unless it's too big for a bracelet, and it's too, unless it's supposed to be part of a statement necklace, maybe. I don't know, but I liked it because it was, looked like cactuses. So, and there's some leather pieces in here. These are some interesting 2-hold ones that I haven't really used before. And I need to gather those up so I can put them in my bead jar, so I'll have them. Here's another watch face. That's a pretty one. And you can always take that apart or use it just like that. Here's, oh, I remember these enamel rings. So in this pile mainly I have earrings and beads, and this was kind of like the bottom of the bag, which I think is fabulous. This is where all the yummy stuff is. And then this side had more of the beads, like these big, huge pearls. And here's another set. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I can. Okay, does it have pearls in it? Yeah. This is one thing I don't have fun doing. This is kind of the busy work my husband usually helps me with, is untangling jewelry. I'm not very good at it because I'm not patient enough. But this is some kind of interesting piece with both pearl and like a gunmetal type of I don't know if I'm untangling it or making it worse, but maybe this will let it go. Now I've got that wacky piece on here. Okay, so here it is. Let's see which way it hangs. Let me hang it this way first, and then it must go like this. But I love this chain. Isn't that wild? And it has all the stones in it that I can see. That's pretty... Wait a minute. Maybe it's a side. Because here's a latch here. So maybe it goes to the side. Like this. Boy, I think you would have to have a pretty skinny neck for that. That's too funny. Is this even supposed to be on here? Okay, so this is the way it goes. Here's the hook, and here's the other piece. So it must be like a side design where you would put it on, and then this would be at the side of your neck instead of at the bottom. It's very, very cool. I like it a lot. It's just not my style, because I can't wear, like I said, very many of the beads because my neck is I have a big neck, unless I have, sometimes I'll get those extenders, and then I can wear them. I really liked this thing, if I can get it detangled, because it has, I don't know why it has braided thread on it, but you know, a lot of people make jewelry. Here's a nice chain. Let me hold that, because I'm going to, now you guys are going to hold me to making something with all this stuff. But this is a necklace, and I don't think this gold piece goes, no. One time I was at a yard sale, and I bought all this junk jewelry, and I spent $50 for it, and really not much of it was usable. I should have looked more, but I still have it in my stash, so I have it in the storage unit. I just need to have my husband or my daughter get it for me. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time with this one, but I just wanted to do some fairness to the jewelry, because, what are these? Okay, so it has this on the ends, and then it has these big chunky beads on the bottom. That's definitely, to me, like the 60s or 70s colors. So those are really cool. Big chunky beads to use. And here is another really pretty piece that has all these little sections, and really pretty. I love it. I love the stones on that one. It's missing one here, but very nice. Here is this one that I showed you yesterday. I hope you could see it, but it had different purple and black and silver beads. And here's some pink beads. This one is really cool too. This one that has the wire on it, because it has these really nice colored beads. I love the color of the turquoise and the gold and the purple together. That's probably one of my favorite combinations, is turquoise and purple. Here is just a really nice stone. Some of the, like I said, the chains aren't tarnished, so here's a cool piece that we can, it's kind of a gunmetal, but then the beads are really cool in it. We could definitely take that apart. So I'm going to go through this, and I want to separate it so that I can see what I have. Oh, this is, I didn't see this yesterday. There was so much yesterday, and the bag was in the way, and I just wanted to, I was so anxious to show you all, and it just wasn't a good video. But here are some interesting pieces. This is stone. I think this is a charm or a locket, and a little heart, and it's a locket. And these little things, I know Kim had some of them before. I don't remember what they were. They were coins from somewhere. But that's an interesting little thing there. Here's, oh my goodness. This jewelry was meant for me because I am Wonder Woman. I am Wonder Woman. And this is a Wonder Woman chain. I'm going to have to see. Looks like it's a little, oh no, that's just some paint or something on it. I'm going to have to see if I can clean this up and put an extender on it and wear it. Isn't that like the coolest thing out of the whole? This was like meant to be, Kimberly. So, wow. I knocked it down. That's okay. But I really love Wonder Woman. Oh, this says the Packers on it. I don't know anybody who likes the Packers around here. This is either very nice. This area, people like the Ravens. I don't even know if the Redskins are called Redskins anymore. And a lot, I know some people that like the Buccaneers. And here's some nice chain for something. I'm thinking about Kim and all her window dangles that she's been doing. These are just a little pair of eyeglass things, and the beads on that are plastic. Here is a nice, if you like white, you know, and if you're wearing a black blouse or something, and you want a white necklace, this one is kind of cool. Let me unhook it so I can get it. This is kind of cool. It has this dangly thing at the end. I think someone made that. I love all this chain though. That's perfect for dangles and stuff. You can see that. I'm putting these that on my arms so they don't get tangled up again. This looks like something someone made that was homemade. And actually, I'm just going to cut it right here because it's not, I think it's, I might be able to harvest some of the beads off that. I'll have to see. Here is another, like, gunmetal and black one, which I love the gunmetal. I usually wear black, so that one's pretty tangled up. That'll take me a minute to get untangled. And here are some of these that they're probably plastic, but they remind me of like Bakelite. And some of this stuff definitely reminds me of the, these feel like rubber of some sort. Oh, and there's some star earrings to go with my Wonder Woman necklace. And so I didn't expect this lot to have a lot of things that matched, but was pleasingly surprised that it did. Here's another piece that I thought was so pretty with the cameo. And, oh, that's a barrette. See, I like anything that's rhinestone. This one is a paracord bracelet. I'm not sure. Save. Oh, battle bands or something. It says, my brother makes these. So this is a paracord bracelet. I don't know if my son would want that or not. And then there's a bunch of these funky rings. So last night I had a bunch of them on, and they look like they're newer because they reminded me of the ones my daughter would get at like Torrid or someplace like that. If these watches work, they're in pretty good condition. They're just novelty watches, so they're not worth anything. But this one's got a ratty band on it. It's an older one, I think. Someone probably wore it and loved it because of the big numbers. And I found lots of hearts, which I love, and then things like this that are just perfect for brads. So I can't wait to work with all this stuff. I'll never in a million years be able to use it all. And my husband threatened me the other day. He's like, stop bringing stuff into this house. Because my mom and I, we buy stuff sometimes, and then we have too much and nowhere to put it. Okay, so this one is a nice beaded piece. So I can take the beads off of that one. Bracelets. Here's another watch. Here's a heart bracelet or necklace. And then there are little things like these that are already done in little charms. Some wooden pieces. These are really cool and funky. This one too. Here's one that looks kind of like a boho. Kim, I think that's a lizard or something over there. And I was trying to think of what else it was. Oh, this thing was in here, and I opened it up, and it opens like this. I thought it was a mirror, and I don't know what it is. But it opens like this, and then closes. And because I thought it was a compact. And then I think it's magnetic on the back. But I don't know what the heck it is. I asked Adrian, he didn't either. So, there's that. More fancy bracelets. So, as you can see, guys, I have my work cut out for me in separating all this stuff. But, oops, my scissors are gonna fall. Here is this really cool one that I liked. Here's another black and silver one that's so pretty if you like beads. And here is a pink one. This is a paparazzi one, but look at the pink beads on that. I used to be picky and only want glass beads, but acrylic beads can be beautiful too. So here's a pretty peach piece. And this one, you know, I remember the statement necklaces that were out several years ago. My daughter would get them, and she had a lot of statement pieces. Here's a necklace and a bracelet that match. So totally, guys, a lot of fun, worth it for the price. If you want to know who it is that I got them from, let me know. I can definitely share that information with you. And don't tell anybody, but I bought another box. So that, I just wanted to come by and show you this. And then I'll be back later with the, with our Hispanic month design. We're doing a flamenco girl, so something from Spain this time. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry about yesterday and it being a mess, but I just wanted to redo it because I kept having all these issues with my camera, and it would flip around every time I'd get excited and I'd bump it, so you guys couldn't see half the things I was oohing and awing over. And I'm pretty sure I showed you everything. Oh, there was one little piece I wanted to, I don't know if you ever, this one I may have shown. Here's another little rhinestone piece. It's kind of stretched out. And then here is a nice piece that looks like it might be a little bit vintage. I haven't checked. I think all the stones are here, but this is for someone who has a very delicate wrist, and that is not mine, believe me. So that's all for today. Just wanted to redo this a little bit so you guys could appreciate some of the things that I enjoyed. And I'm sure you will see this again somewhere else. And when I get the other one, I'll do it too. And I promise to do it better. So I love you all. Thanks for coming by. Have a great day now.